What is your role as a sheriff, being different than the officials we see in the car, the officers we see in the car?
Well, actually, two main differences, and the officers or the deputies in the car are out responding and handling problems, and as the sheriff, it's my responsibility to set that direction, which is critical. What are our responsibilities? What are our priorities? Those are very important things. Accountability, I'm in charge of holding people accountable within the department, and then ultimately knowing what the people want. Connecting with the people in order to set those priorities and directions for the deputies out in the cars.
So in other words, when you connect with the people, you probably go to different council meetings, like different fundraisers, different affairs. Like I know you have a lot of connections, for example, I think for about 17, 14 years, you were the head of security for the Pennsylvania Fairground.
Mm-hmm.
That's huge because of the fact that you made so many connections down there, especially with the community.
Yeah, it's exactly that, connecting with the community. You can do it in various forums. You know, the important thing with the San Luis County is that not only do you have your incorporated cities, but the unincorporated areas and cities, Los Osos and stuff, they all have a governing board or an advisory board that is similar structure to a city government. So reaching out to those, going to those meetings regularly, because they are supposed to be the voice of the people. So hearing those issues, being in contact, and being able to communicate and listen to them, and then take what I learn about each unique area and kind of gear the sheriff's office toward policing that area in that way.
Would that be different compared to what a sheriff has done before?
I think so. I think the one thing that I heard that is different is that I really sit down and comfortable. A friend of mine once said that the reason he liked me, and this was a non-law enforcement person, the reason he liked me is because I don't act like that. And I asked him, what does that mean? And he said, he said, well, because a cop, there's that barrier, and it's a natural barrier for the job. It puts you in that position to where you're different and you're treated different. You know, it's funny is that sometimes I say it's kind of like being a celebrity, because when you walk into a restaurant, when you're in uniform, people look at you, and people want to come over and talk to you. You walk into a restaurant, Lou, what do people do? They look at you and they want to come talk to you. So it's some of that, but it's being able to break that barrier, and that's what, that was the point my friend was making. I don't act like that, and I like that. I think that's good.
Well, that's a good point you mentioned that, because a lot of times deputies have a leadership, but sometimes the public get intimidated. Mm-hmm. You don't project yourself being intimidated. That's why you're a great people person, like you just mentioned before, which is so vital, because especially with the department and the public trust, you integrate with them easily. Then I have a uniform, say I'm sure so, and the public's not stupid.
Right.
They want the trust, because especially today what's going on in this country, and with the home invasion, like we mentioned before, like gang violence, like drug and weapon mass destruction, we need help with the community, and that's why I think you'll be ideal. It's important not to have that ego, knowing that people will side with you.
Right. Well, you can't build that trust without a relationship. Period. I mean, people won't. You're just an image then, and people don't know you, and they don't like you, or they don't know you, I should say. And so for me, it's breaking that barrier, being a human, being somebody they can communicate with, and somebody they know. When you're distant and in an office, and all they know is your name, there's no relationship. So it's building relationships. The only way you do that is be very involved, get out there, have those conversations, and let them get to know you just like you're getting to know them.
Well, also when you go through the training to be a sheriff, a police officer, according to code, they teach you leadership quality, how to do the way you articulate, the hand movement, the signal, all the different, you're familiar with that. That's important because people pick up on that. Shows that you're really interested in them. Not just listening, but really interested in understanding what they want.
Absolutely. No, you're absolutely right. That's exactly what I stand for, is showing authentic interest in what their problems are and how can I do a better job and how the department can do a better job.
You'll be a good sheriff.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thanks, Lou.
Okay.